Coming up tonight on CTV News, the storm affecting the East Coast causes problems for us right here in Colorado. We speak with one student who got stranded there and is finally making his way home. And tomorrow is Halloween, but the weekend was the beginning of the festivities. We looked at how police helped to keep Fort Collins safe. And later, I found some surprisingly spooky places right here in our own backyard. My tour of some of CSU's most haunted buildings. As Sandy surges on, 2 CSU students make their way back to Colorado and out of the path of the storm. Thanks for being with us. I'm Katie Spencer.
And I'm Michael McNulty. Sandy is still causing problems on the East Coast. One student we spoke with, though, is making his way home. Micheal Hanson and his girlfriend Morgan, shown here, were in Virginia Monday when Sandy hit the area. These pictures he sent us shows how much of the beach was carried away by the storm. During the heavy weather, Michael described to Collegian reporter Kate Winkle just what it was like outside.
When we went out to the beach, it was actually hard for her to stay standing because the wind was blowing. So.
Good news tonight, Michael and Morgan are getting back home safe and sound. And here's a picture Michael sent us from the window of their plane. They're currently on a flight out of Charlotte. Their plane should arrive in Denver later this evening. With Halloween coming up, celebration and parties are sure to follow. Larimer County Police are aware and want to make sure people are celebrating responsibly and safely. The Larimer County DUI Task Force held a DUI sobriety checkpoint this past weekend. Police directed cars off of College Avenue to ensure safe and sober driving on the roadway.
As we can see right here, just do a brief introduction, identify who they are, what we're doing, ask if they've had any alcohol to drink, and then they're making some observations as they're speaking with the driver. If the driver's good to go, they'll send them back out into the traffic pattern and back out onto College, so it's a minimal contact. They're in and out within a minute or two.
The goal of these checkpoints is to make the city safer, especially during holiday weekends such as Halloween.
Obviously, it's a big party weekend, costumes, alcohol, things of that nature. Other times would be like Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. Just when people are getting together to have a little good time, we just want to make sure that we can target those key points.
Representatives from Mothers Against Drunk Driving were there with refreshments for the officers and to spread their mission.
Thank you.
We've got 3 parts to our mission: to stop drunk driving, support the victims of this violent crime, and to prevent underage drinking. So tonight we're here to help stop drunk driving. We do the kind of administrative support, so helping to log in keys or just handing out information about the checkpoint, why we have checkpoints and why it's important not to drink and drive.
To ensure safety, Larimer County Police will hold another checkpoint in the future. The dates are always posted ahead of time, but the locations are never revealed. Drive safely this Halloween. Nearly 1,200 cars were contacted, and there was a total of 17 arrests at the checkpoint for driving under the influence. Enjoy Halloween, but don't drink and drive.
Ashley is up next with weather.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Green.
And I'm Kirsten Swanson. Join us on the plaza for our live Halloween show.
That's right, we'll be here, but we'll be in costume. We're not going to tell you what we're going to be. You have to be here to see it.
We'll see you then.
43,000 CSU Ram alums call Denver home. Now it's easier for Denver Ram fans to stay connected with CSU. CSU is proud to announce the new Colorado State University Denver Center, where Ram alums will feel at home. It's a place to make professional connections, enjoy events with other alumni, and even show your Ram pride with a wide selection of CSU fan gear. Stay connected with CSU, the CSU Denver Center at 17th and Glenarm. Learn more at rams5280.colostate.edu.
After last week's snowfall, we're back to sunny skies and warm temperatures here in Colorado. Today's high was in the mid-60s and we got plenty of sunshine throughout the day. We had some light breezes that will continue through the rest of the week, but there's not much of a chance we'll see any strong winds or precipitation in the next few days. A high pressure ridge is moving into our area over the next 24 hours, which will keep conditions dry and sunny. Across the state today, we saw above normal temperatures. Today in Denver, we saw 43 degrees. Lyman got to 40. Across the I-25 corridor, we got into the 60s and upper 50s, and today in Fort Collins we got to 48 degrees. The beautiful weather should be sticking around for a while. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. On Halloween, we'll be seeing a high close to the 70s. That will continue into Thursday with partly cloudy skies throughout the day. The weekend will cool a bit with highs only in the 50s to mid-60s, and there's a slight chance for rain on Saturday. The lows will dip into the 30s over the weekend, so make sure you bundle up if you're headed out at night, and keep pets and plants inside. Early next week, we get back up into the 60s with sunny skies and light breezes. You can watch your weekly weather forecast on Tuesday nights at 8 here on Channel 11 or at ctv11news.com. Back to the desk.
All right, thanks, Ashley. It's the final week before the 2012 election.
And one type of endorsement may help out the candidates. Coming up, the power celebrities have on the undecided voter. Sean Corbett reports.
Hey students! ASCSU is your student body government. To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LSC.
In the 2008 election, President Obama was credited with appealing to the youth vote by using social media and TV networks. The president is again using those network stations. He's making different appearances on shows like The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, The View, and The Late Show with David Letterman. Campus Democrats at CSU say the president is utilizing these networks accurately.
President Obama has done a really great job utilizing that. It gives a lot more of the youth vote because a lot of younger people tend to watch those shows, and I think that that's really important because that's such a huge part of the voting demographic, and the youth can really make a difference.
In this file video from 2010, Republican candidate Mitt Romney utilized the media outlets and their audiences. Many of the shows President Obama has used as well. However, with less than a week to the election, Governor Romney has not made any morning or late-night TV show appearances in recent weeks. We asked campus Republicans why he has not been in the mainstream media.
Talked about before, I think it's the liberal-leaning networks that want to make sure Obama gets out there and gets his face out there and make sure that he is defending what has happened. And I think that the younger viewers are staying up to listen to these things, and I think it's on these late-night shows to hit this younger audience.
While presidential appearances in primetime may affect voters, so do other people that are popular in the media. CTV reporter Sean Corbett analyzes that approach that high-profile endorsements have on election.
If there's one benefit to living in a swing state this year, at least for a reporter, it's definitely the flood of political and celebrity endorsements that have made Colorado center stage. CTV spoke to actor Zachary Quinto this Saturday at the Obama for America campaign office just east of CSU.
Zach, what brings you out here today?
I am incredibly concerned about the state of this campaign and this election, and I feel so strongly that Barack Obama represents the kind of vision for the future of this country that I personally believe in on many levels.
While both candidates have been busy discussing foreign policy and, of course, the economy, these celebrities spent their time discussing mostly social issues such as gay marriage and women's rights. And with just 1 week left until the election, they urged volunteers to get out the message to vote.
Do you have faith in the young vote? There's a lot of pundits that said they won't show up. My age group won't show up for the vote this year.
Well, that's why I'm here. Our attention span has shortened and shortened and shortened over the last 50, 25, 10, 5 years. It's easy for people to forget.
But when the election is over next Tuesday, there's one thing we'll be able to agree on.
Go Rams! Rams.
And with only 7 days left in the political season, time is running out to vote early. You can beat Election Day lines by voting on campus in the North Ballroom of the LSC.
Well, Halloween comes but once a year, and what do you know, it's tomorrow.
That's right, Michael, and there are some pretty scary places right here at CSU. Up next, I explored some haunted spaces that students may be familiar with.
students. ASCSU is your student body government. To find out more, come visit us in room 109 of the LSC.
CSU is over 130 years old, and with that history, there is bound to be something sinister around a few corners. Here are a few paranormal spots at CSU. Footsteps, singing, and screams are just a few of the things that can be heard in some old buildings across campus on any given night. The first stop on the haunted tour is the Student Services Building, with its crazy architect out for blood.
Some of the staircases actually just lead to nowhere, and in fact, Eugene Groves never actually put staircases into the original plans. The reason why is because he never wanted to actually finish the building. He wanted to actually murder his wife and bury her in the basement alongside of himself. Fortunately enough, he was committed to a sane asylum before that happened. The building was completed and it then opened as a dorm.
The next stop on the tour is the original Student Union, Johnson Hall.
We actually have a ghost that haunts the front part from it. So we have a theater performer, mainly a dancer, sometimes a singer, that walks around these halls. You'll hear the dancing footsteps. Many of our event staff hear this, so you won't see them past 5 o'clock unless they really want to be there. But she also sings to you.
Danforth Chapel is next, and although it's not haunted, there is someone inside it all the time.
The architect was James Hunter. He was from Boulder. He passed away at the age of about 73, and his final wishes were to actually have his ashes buried inside this building. So one of those myths is that he's here, but we're not quite sure where, because if you look around, it doesn't make sense of what wall he would be placed in.
And last, but certainly not least, the building where most of us started our journey here at CSU, Ammons Hall.
This is the second most haunted building here on campus. Again, we walked in, it's not that much past 5 o'clock, and there's no one here in this building. But we do have some employees. They do hear footsteps, they hear people singing, they hear screams actually inside of this building.
So next time you're in one of these old buildings on campus, you may not be alone. If you're interested in learning more, the Mystery of CSU History Tour is at least once a month and is free to everyone. And now it's time to look at what you can do around CSU this week. CTV presents its live Halloween special on Wednesday. It will be out on the plaza at noon. Be sure to dress up for a chance to be featured in our costume contest. And Thursday afternoon, the Ram Skeller is hosting bingo. That will get started at 3 p.m. in the Skeller located in the LSC.
And check out all the athletic action that's going on this week. The women's basketball team will face off against Colorado School of Mines on Thursday. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. in Moby Arena. And if you want to make a short trip to Larimer, Wyoming, go check out the Ram football team play. Game starts at 2:30 on Saturday in Wyoming.
That's all the time we have for you tonight. See all these stories and more from today on our website.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for news updates throughout the day. Have a great night.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Green.
And I'm Kirsten Swanson. Join us on the plaza for our live Halloween show.
That's right, we'll be here, but we'll be in costume. We're not going to tell you what we're going to be. You have to be here to see it.
We'll see you then.